live in this moment that has so many critical questions and so much fragmentation. And I have been amazed at the hope and the new life that I've experienced in the coming together of these two worlds, the millennials and the sisters, and experiencing what happens when these two worlds come together with such openness, honesty, transparency, and engage in conversation and relationship.
The electricity that goes on, the discovery, and the appreciation of life just makes me think that there's a beyond here. That in that field of grace, in that field of hope, in the field of trust, I think that we can begin to build some possibilities.
I think we're pioneering something here that the world desperately needs. Two groups that you would think are totally opposite, nuns and millennials, coming together and having the most beautiful, candid, soul-bearing, life-altering conversations, and helping see each other through this interesting time in our society, I think is that light that can help inspire other communities around us to try to begin to talk to each other again.
I'm 79 now. I'm not going to be the source of all creative ideas. I'm going to be the encourager of them and sparked by them, but we need them. We can't just be talking to ourselves. We can't just try to do these things ourselves.
It's so easy to get siloed into talking with people your own age, and then it's sort of exhausting because we all have the same questions because we're all in the same stage of life and we're all struggling. And the minute you bring in someone from another stage of life, the room just opens up and it's a different conversation and there's different wisdom to be learned.
We need partners and we need the fresh newness that the young bring to it and their fierceness. And together we'll collaborate in ways that will further the mission, which is more important than what any one of us does ourselves. It's how do we make that impact in our world.
I was really inspired and heartened by the sisters' rhythm of moving between action in the world and deep reflective contemplation, and making space for that and having that sort of built into their lives and communities and schedules. Just felt so refreshing to me. And I think a lot of people my age are really looking for that and searching for ways we can carve out space in our lives for that reflection.
I have experienced how stretched I have been by seeing things with new eyes, through their eyes and through their hopes and their dreams. And their dreams and their challenges as well as invitations have awakened in me, and I think others, a new way of seeing our life as women religious, looking at our resources, exploring how do we pass this on in a new way. And I believe we've been living in pretty focused, maybe somewhat isolated worlds. And I feel like the millennials are calling us to say, we want to be part, those values are our values. How can we grow in intentional community? How can we, learn how to deepen our spiritual practice? How can we join you in some of this service?
We can work together across generations to create spaces of finding each other, seeing each other, supporting each other, and building the communities that'll help each of us and our neighborhoods and communities and the world through this transition moment that we're in.
It's an amazing work of the Spirit that I believe is offering a new gift to the world and calling us to a new way of growing into a future that feels like full of hope.